I really feel like doing like a face one, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna turn it around. Okay. Pedro Pascal. We're gonna get into this. Uh it's crazy because like I was feeling a little sad today. I don't know if it's because it's raining or what, but I was feeling a little sad today. Like, and now, like, and now, I feel even more sad. Like, but I felt called to do Pedro Pascal energy over Prince and Vandy. Like, I just felt called to do his first. And like right now, I'm just feeling like even more depressed. Like I feel like shit. Like I don't feel like I feel like shit. Like down in the dumps. Um I don't feel like anybody loved me for real. Or if like I just don't. I don't know if Pedro Pascal is like a scorned lover. Like what wants him he never wants, or like vice versa. When he wants them or he's in love, they're never in love with him. Like it's giving like tragic love stories. It's giving unrequited love. So I don't really feel like I don't really get the energy that he's commitment phobe. I just get this energy of I'm gonna reject you before you reject me. Like if he start catching feelings, like he just this is an intuitive download, by the way. It could all be wrong. We're gonna see. But like if he start catching feelings, it's he just like he feels like it's gonna go like sour. Like he has a tragic love story. Like the people that he loves, or when he does fall in love, like it just doesn't go right. Like they do him wrong. They do him dirty. I don't know if his like attraction meter is off or his type is the problem, but like Pedro Pascal kind of comes across, or at least the energy that I'm picking up on intuitively, kind of comes across as like a jilted lover, like someone that like their heart's just been stumped on by people that they have fallen in love with. So that's the energy that I'm picking up on. Like I feel like he has a bit of low self-esteem, or he has a bit of a doom and gloom type of energy. Like he's really feeling down in the dumps. That's what I'm picking up on. Like he's feeling lonely, isolated, depressed. Um, Even if he's surrounded by people, like that's what he feels. So I just, what's up, the peep? I just feel like, cause like I'm telling y'all, like I was like sad, but like right now, like I'm really like when I chanted his name, like I'm really sad, like just really depressed, like just really dark. And it's like I don't know if he's old, but it's just like where has the time gone? Like that's his energy. I don't know if he's lost somebody recently or somebody's passed away. What's up, Star? What's up, you guys? I don't know if he's passed away. Someone passed away that he's loved, or if he's lost a child or some type of death. But like, he's very depressed, like about the past, about loss, about like, it's just sad energy. I don't know if he's normally like happy go lucky or something like that, but I'm just picking up really sad energy. Okay. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm doing okay. Normally I start off with my spirit messages oracle cards, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna actually start off with let's use these time frame cards, y'all. I want to show y'all something because I did a reading on one of my family members, and I did a reading on one of my family members. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I forgot. I totally forgot the interlude. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Keep your fingers on that like button so my lives can get pushed out further. And yeah, keep your fingers on the like button and don't forget to subscribe and to subscribe to this channel and subscribe to my other channel, Preaching to the Choir too. Okay. We're gonna tap into the energy. I'm using timing cards. It's for read, but really, it's really supposed to tell you when something's supposed to go down. But I'm using it as a reading. Y'all, I can damn near read off anything, any card, like it's crazy. And be accurate as fuck. But and it's something about that too. Like, I feel like with this person, like, it doesn't matter what he accomplishes. It doesn't matter what the praise he gets. It doesn't matter. It's like he's just depressed. Like, thank you, Star. It's just like, it doesn't matter how attractive he looks. It doesn't matter. Like, he's depressed. Like, what I'm channeling is there was this incident where I was very much like really sad all the time. I felt like a failure. And I used to date this guy, and like and he can't, and it's like when people really get to know the real him and they find out it's this depressive ass energy, I feel like this is what makes like them not like want them. And you know what's so crazy? And this is why I say that, like, if you're looking for true love on planet Earth, like, good luck with that shit. Good luck. Good luck. Because in my opinion, it does not exist. It does not exist because, like, for one, if a person is like codependent, they can't ever really truly love if they're codependent because they don't even love themselves. They haven't even found themselves. And a lot of shit that someone does for you is out of sheer codependency. The thing that makes this dangerous, that makes this toxic, that a lot of people don't think about is if you're ready to grow, or if you ever come up out of that phase, the codependent person that's still codependent is going to try to sabotage you. It's going to try to undermine you. Okay? Because they're still codependent. And you're practicing self-reliance, and you're practicing growing, and you're practicing evolving. Codependent people very rarely evolve. Even if they are, because, being codependent is basically you being an energy vampire. Okay? Like, you're looking outside of yourself. Okay? It's not just a drug thing. Because when I looked it up, like, they associate codependency like with people who are in relationships with people who are addicted to drugs. But I'm just like, nah, codependency, nah, it's definitely more than that. But like, that's what they make it all out to be. You could be you're codependent when you feel like you can't live without something. Like, there's a hole in your soul, and you're using, whether that's substance, whether that's sex, whether that's another human being, whether that's you helping people out, helping the downtrodden all day because it feels some type of void that you don't want to work on. Okay, it feels some type of shadow, some type of that you don't want to work on, and you look for entities as a hole filler, like that's like that's the best way that I can describe codependency. Okay, and it's crazy because when a person is codependent, it shows up in like when a person is codependent, like the how they react to things or how they like cope with that is very diverse. Like, because it could easily be toxic. Like, for example, if you're codependent and let's say you have abandonment issues, right? So you have abandonment issues, okay? Now I'm one that has abandonment issues, but I don't have a toxic way of dealing with those abandonment issues. Um, I kind of like I'm more independent and I self isolate, and you know what I'm saying, to avoid ever being vulnerable or ever giving someone that type of power to make me feel abandoned or to make me feel. So my answer to that is independence. Other people, however, are different. If someone has abandonment issues as their codependent, as a codependency trait, right? Then like they'll sabotage you because they don't want you to leave them. Okay, they cling to you. They'll cling to you, and they'll do certain shit like they could be overly protective, like overly possessive, because they feel like that you're their end all be all. So like they don't ever want you to leave. So they'll be overly possessive. They'll be easily jealous. Now this can turn violent as well. Like they can be violent, can turn into violence, can turn into like people like the person tearing you down, like making you feel low, because like that's the only way that you'll stay with them. There's this constant fear of you leaving. Like that's a toxic form of of a person with abandonment issues. That's something toxic that they would do. Another thing too is like um, a codependent person that has abandonment issues will also respond like this. They'll just have a lot of lovers. They won't ever commit to one person. They'll keep backup plans after backup plans after backup plans because they have abandonment issues. They can't be in their own. They either can't be in their own company or they're just kind of scared about being abandoned. And the void, how they feel that void, could be by having multiple lovers. They'll never have just one. Okay. They'll always have a backup plan. Well, if that person leaves me, I have this person. If that person leaves me, I have this person. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because it's like if you don't really work on it, if you don't really do the shadow work, nothing is going to make you feel good. You're just going to be in a perpetual state of depression, a perpetual state of self-worth issues, feeling worthless, feeling hopeless, feeling empty, feeling void. There's not one drug, not one person, not sex, not money, not none of that is going to make that shit go away. You have to face that shit head on and deal with it. And it's crazy because like before I did this, right, I was channeling. I was doing a lot of channeling at work. Like I get a lot of channels at work, like a lot of intuitive downloads that just randomly come to me. And it was strange because yesterday my boss was talking about how he was feeling sick and how he was, feeling homesick and how this and that. And I was freaked out because I was like, bruh, like you fit all the symptoms of like what I was channeling yesterday. And the songs that came to me, one of them was Home, and I can't remember the girl's name, but it's like, I'm coming home, I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming home. Now, that song was odd. So I was just like, like, is somebody missing somebody? Is somebody wanting to move? Like, what is that about? But then when I look up the song, and I read the lyrics, I'm like, this is deep. Like it was about redemption. It was about a second chance, a clean slate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like about like forgiving yourself for, any misjudgments or any crimes against humanity that you have done or against a person that you have done. Because like, honestly, a lot of people, they like to, A lot of people, they like to yeah, Leonie, that's crazy because I said that earlier. I don't know if he was here earlier, but I said he might be sulking over a death. But yeah, like that's weird that you just said that, Leonie. But like I just feel like, and it's, he doesn't want to be a burden to anybody. He doesn't want to be a burden to anybody. So like I feel like he just stays away because it's like once you get to know him personally, you're gonna find out he's dark. And not dark as in murderous dark, but dark as in doom and gloom, as in depressed, as in I don't have a reason for living, like type of shit. Okay. And I feel like when a lot of people get to know him personally, um, and stuff like that, yeah. And when a lot of people get to know him personally, they're shocked by this. It's like it totally is opposite of what they thought of him. And unfortunately, people, when you don't measure up to what they think of you, they kind of they abandon you, or they like you a lot less. I've had this happen, like even with some people who watch my TikTok lives, right? Like, I'm a tarot reader or a healer or whatever, but like some clients be shocked, that I have like issues going on of my own. Like they be shocked. Or they be shocked that I'm complaining. I don't know what idea they have about like how a person who is a tarot reader, a psychic, or I don't know like what idea they have, but like it's like as soon as they feel like I don't measure up, they get to saying certain shit. They get to saying certain shit, and like I'm just like, everybody has a wounded heel. Most people have a wounded heel. Some people don't talk about it, don't discuss it, hide it, stuff like that. That don't mean it's not there though. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I feel like sometimes when you're in a role like this, like as a psychic, as a tarot reader, as a spiritualist, like people expect you to be perfect. People expect you to always know all the answers. People like have a certain expectation of you that is unrealistic. I've even had people tell me, oh well, I can't be a spiritualist because I'm not dating no broke ass nigga, like, or because like, I'm not. I, they just, or they expect me to be free because I'm a spiritualist, or they expect like I believe in disciplining kids. If they need their butts whooped, whoop their ass. I believe in that. If somebody said, "Oh, you're a spiritualist, you're not supposed to," like, I'm just like, I don't know like what type of like boxes or what type of ideas or perceptions that you guys have about spiritualists, but I'm an individual and I have my own practice. I have my own mind. I have my own belief systems, and I don't agree with everything that the spiritual community pushes or says. And I'm unique. So it's like if you're interacting with me, and this is why I don't like labels or titles, because there's a lot of misconceptions. I'm not one way. Like I'm not one dimensional. I don't really like to label myself for real, because I'm a lot of things. I'm not, one thing. And there's something about that where he could be labeled to be one way, he just feels, he doesn't feel seen. He doesn't really feel understood. So I just feel like yeah, we're gonna see how Pedro Pascal, we're gonna see how he handles his codependency. But y'all, the masculine is in a perpetual state of low self-esteem, in a perpetual like y'all gotta like see that the masculine is largely tied to earthly things. They're largely tied to earthly things. Like there's not much um depth. There's not much like, they don't understand the inner world. They don't understand the inside. You know, everything about the masculine is the outside. Everything. Okay? Everything about the masculine is the outside. Everything about the masculine is clinging to something. Clinging to something for a life force. This is the perpetual state that they're in for the rest of their life. And like I said, the way that they handle it is what makes them toxic, is what makes them no good. And sometimes it could be a gray area, because let's be honest, not everybody is strictly good or strictly bad. Some people are a gray area, a mix of marbles. It is not so much about like your insecurities or your vulnerabilities. It's about how you handle that. How does that manifest in the outside world? Like, for example, if I have abandonment issues, if I have abandonment issues, this is intuitive. I haven't pulled a card yet. 21 minutes of intuitive reading. If I have abandonment issues, I'm not harming anyone by creating a wall between me and another human being. I'm not harming anyone by being independent, by doing everything on my own. You know, I'm not harming anyone by saying, oh, I'm my own best friend. I don't need anyone else. You know what I'm saying? That's my defense mechanisms. So it's just like, that's not going to harm anyone. That's not going to make me toxic. You know what I'm saying? That's going to make me hard to, what's that called? That's going to make me hard to receive love, hard to receive appreciation, hard to receive support, because I'm used to I'm used to like frenemies, or people always trying to railroad me or sabotage me or undermine me or steal my shit. Like, that's what I'm used to. I haven't really met like a genuine person. Like, I just haven't. So when you're used to dealing with people who are manipulative, who have hidden agendas, that's normally like very selfish, self-driven, like just trying to use me as a stepping stone, or trying to use me for my knowledge, or trying to use me for my insight. Like, when that's all you've known and that's all people have shown you, you develop a defense mechanism. You don't trust no one. When I be telling people, like, I know damn near every manipulation tactic in the fucking hand. I know every fucking manipulation. Well, how y'all think I know that? That shit ain't just coming out of my ass. Now, of course, I've read some books on it, but my life experience has led me to read books on it, has led me to educate myself on it. So, and I study the mind. I love the mind. I study the mind like crazy. And that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of shit is our own mental prison that we put ourselves in. It's our own mental prison. When people be talking about like spiritual warfare, yeah, I don't blame them because, like, I was talking to a therapist. I prefer psychics, but yeah, because a psychic is really a therapist. Let's be for real. They're a therapist. But when with therapists, sometimes they're too textbook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I was telling this lady that, like, I don't feel like I could ever be happy, so I don't waste my time. Enjoying, like, if I get some type of relief from struggling for so long, like, I don't waste my time being happy about it, because I feel like the moment I'm happy about it, it's going to get taken away from me, because that's how it be. Like, the moment I get a little bit of sign of relief, the rug gets snatched up under me. The moment I just start getting somewhere, it gets snatched up under me. Just like my TikTok. Somebody kept reporting my TikTok live. Now I can't. And that's where I had started making money and everything. And that's where my shit was. I even had a jilted lover reporting my TikTok live. It constantly got removed. It affected my algorithm and everything. But like that happens a lot. Then my family members was doing it, was reporting my live. My mom, my brother was reporting my live, and then they sit up here and try to act like they wasn't, but I know they was. Like, and it's just like I can't get nowhere. It just seems like no matter what I do, no matter how much I put in 110%, I can't get anywhere. It's crazy. It's like somebody is always trying to snatch or take away something from me. Like that's the energy. So when I was talking to that therapist, so when I was talking to that therapist, um, and I was telling her about guys, I was telling her that guys they're bad, they're no good, and she gets into this textbook ass like theory of like, and I feel like this is why men will never do better for real. Like narcissism, I feel like is the majority of the world, and there are people who enable narcissism, and then there are people who are the narcissists. And as long as the enablers continue to enable narcissistic people and support them and big them up and try to silence the victims, like it's going to continue. The culture is going to continue. There's not going to be any incentive to change because all they're going to do is do these mental gymnastics, which resolve nothing. which resolve nothing. So I don't know if he's been abused. I don't know if he's had like dealt with a lot of narcissism or been a victim of narcissists. But it's something about that, okay? But yeah, the therapist was telling me, oh, you shouldn't stereotype. And I'm just telling her, like, if I come across men, and 9 times out of 10, every time I come across a man, 9 times out of 10, they are inducing trauma on me, or they are trying to do some backbiting ass shit, then how is that stereotyping? That's called a generalization. A generalization. The same way how you know you getting scammed. How do you know you getting scammed? Because there are certain traits that all scammers have in common that you've picked up on. So you recognize the scam when you see one based off of a pattern. So, but for some reason, when it comes to men and it's negative, and you see a negative pattern or your own life experience has showed you how they're going to interact with you in general, now you're stereotyping. Now it's wrong. Now you don't know what you're talking about. Now, oh, you just need to heal. It don't matter how much healing I do. If my eyes see and observe and the interactions and their ways and their habits is negative, then it is what it is. It doesn't matter how much healing I do. It doesn't matter how much false positivity I push. It is what it is. And this is why I can't get with people that are like, want to pretend like life is hunky-dory. Or they want to pretend like everybody has good intentions. Everybody, like, they want to stay in a childlike way. Because that's how I see people who want to be positive 24/7. They want to stay in a childlike fashion. Then I also don't agree with people who are negative all the time. Because everything is not always negative. Everyone is not always out to get you. I don't agree with that either. I believe in being like the middle ground. I believe in being neutral. That's what I believe. Okay. Like, yes, this trait, this group normally does this to me, but this person may be different. So let me give them a shot, a little bit of a shot, because not too much, okay? And see how it's gonna go. Okay. I believe in seeing shit for what it is and investigating. You see what I'm saying? I don't believe in saying, oh, life is grand, but I also don't believe in saying life is a bottomless pit of hell. Like, I also don't believe in that. I believe that you should see shit for what it is and not for what you want it to be. That is my motto. Once you pinpoint what it is, then you need to move accordingly, or you need to have a strategy, or you need to have a plan. If you are living life without strategy, you're failing already. Because like I said, most of the world, in my opinion, is narcissistic. And narcissists are always plotting and scheming. So you have to counteract that. you don't counteract that, you're gonna lose. Wow, Leonie. Yeah. But let's pick into the energy. We're gonna do this read off of timing oracles and see what's going on here with Pedro Pascal. But I just felt really called to like do it, and it's crazy because it's rainy and glooming and all that. Like there is something going on with Pedro Pascal. Like, and he just feels like he's good. He's of use to no one right now. Like I don't feel like he's a commitment phobe. I just feel like he's doom and gloom. Like, but I'm telling you, no matter what, because like I said, I had an ex. Even though ex, he wasn't no good. He was my ex fiance. I had an ex fiance that was he would help me. Like all my manifestations were starting to come to reality, to come to truth. All my manifestation was about to, like was coming to light, but I still was depressed. I still was sad. I still was and all that. So like no matter what, if you don't fix what's going on the inside, like God could be moving mountains for you and you won't even notice it because like I said, it's about your inside. It's about your mental person. So like him getting a relationship it's not gonna make a difference to him. He's still gonna be depressed. He's still gonna be, sad. Leonie, we about to get into the reading. Let's tap into Pedro Pascal's energy. Let's see if my intuitive reading. I did 32 minutes of intuitive reading. Okay, because them were the snapshots that spirit has sent me. Them were the snapshots. Calling on the Orisha Oya. I'm in Ra. Calling on the Orisha Oya. I'm in Ra. Can we tap into the energy of Pedro Pascal? Yeah, so we got October. This is the fall. I'm going to have to look and see what actually that means. Divine timing is at play. We have clocks and I'm telling you, he misses someone. Look. He is stuck. He is stuck in the past. He's stuck in the past. He misses someone. Okay. Like very deeply. Like he's just reminiscing. Look. About like a partner or a person or someone he was close with or someone he was in alliance with or in union with. Like he misses someone. Like this is clearly a loss. This is someone that is constantly in the past. They're not even in the present. They're not even in the future. 3333 as I said that. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. He's in the past. He's looking at all of his past. Like it's just someone who kind of beats themselves up like when they don't get it right. This is someone that beats themselves up when like, and it's crazy because if this is his mother or this person is someone that's passed away, like she made sense of things. She made sense of things. I feel like Pedro Pascal, he is very codependent. And the person that I'm channeling, like he's just very codependent. Like it's just one of those things where you feel sad for a person, but like you can't help a person who don't help themselves. Like you can't help a person who don't help themselves. You can't want more for a person than what they want for themselves. Like it's something about that. It's something about that energy. He doesn't want to carry like, okay, the person that I'm channeling, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, this person was always depressed, always sad, always like, it didn't even matter if she kept a company of snakes. It doesn't even matter if someone was beating her ass, was stealing from her, was like, she'll let them like live off of her. She'll let them she'll give them money. She'll go rob, steal, escort herself for them, for their well-being. She didn't care nothing about herself. Like, she was just always self-sacrificing. And I told her one day, I'm like, if you're around a bunch of people that use you, you might be better off by yourself. This girl said, and I told her, that she needs to learn to love herself. She needs to learn to show up for herself. This girl told me that she would rather have company no matter how they treated her. She would rather have people around her than no one at all. She was a Cancer. I don't know if he's a Cancer or something about a fourth house or seventh house, like very relationship, family, like weird. And it's weird because you're saying he commitment phobic, but I just I don't see that. Like, I don't see it. But like, sometimes, and this is where a lot of women fuck up as mothers. This is where a lot of women fuck up as mothers, because like, you gotta realize, like, I understand that you love your child or whatever, but like, you gotta allow your child eventually to carry themselves. A lot of women always bailing out their children. They never letting their children do the work, and then they be calling themselves good moms. You're not a good mom if you're stifling your child from development and growth, because you doing everything for your child, you coddling your child, you bailing them out from their wrongdoings, from their karma. You're always bailing them out. You're never correcting the habits. You're never like tough loving their ass. You are not a good parent. I'm sorry, you're not. You're setting your child up for a lifetime of failure, because for the rest of their lives, they are always going to be looking for someone else to carry them. 37, as I said that. They're going to be irresponsible. They're not going to be choosing mates properly. They're not going to have like a sense of conflict resolution skills, because this is what strife, and this is what learning how to lick your wounds and carry yourself. This is what it brings. It brings character development. It brings confidence. It brings conflict resolution skills, critical thinking skills. This is what it brings. But if you, as a mother, look, says when you let go, you can't make this shit up. This person is stuck. This is death. This shit is death. All on the cards. Just look at the cards. It's like someone stuck on the memory of someone. The person stuck in the past. This person could be looking for someone that looks like or reminds him of this person that he's lost. Like, he's looking for, like, whatever his mother was to him, he's looking for his mother in his dating. And if he don't see it, if no one is going to love him like how his mother loved him, he don't want it. But this person is also very stuck on past failures. He could live in regret. I don't know if he said something to his mother wrong, or if he said something to this person wrong, or did something wrong, but like, he could live in regret. He could live in regret about something. Because I'm telling you that I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming home. Like, that's the song that keeps chanting in my head. I'm coming home, tell the world I'm coming home. Like, with all the cuts, the bruises, y'all gotta look up the lyrics of that song, yo. Yeah, you can't. But it's something about that. Like, he's looking for Someone said carry him, like carry him. Y'all know that saying, and I hate this saying. Like when people be like, oh, if you any problems that you may have, any burdens that you may have, give it to God. Somebody is always trying to give their baggage to somebody else instead of carrying their own shit. Carry your own shit. Like yeah, the culture that like people be saying shit, regurgitating shit, sharing shit, and I'm like I said, I'm happy to be an outsider because I just be looking like that shit is crazy to me. Like it's crazy that people be trauma dumping all on God, and it's so crazy because if shit go wrong, they blaming God while shit went wrong. Like there's this culture where it's pushed to not deal with your shit, but just sweep it under the rug. Because trauma dumping and giving your problems to God ain't gonna solve the fucking issue. What you need to be doing is asking, how did I get here? How did I get here? What choices or decisions did I make? You know, because people be trying to hide their past, but your past ain't nothing to be ashamed of. What have you learned from your past? That is what's important. The mistakes you make in life, the trials and tribulations that you go through in life, all of those things is what builds wisdom. All of those things builds wisdom. So if you have not learned anything from your past, if you ain't learned nothing from the people that you that you have interacted with, because every person you interact with is a lesson to be learned. If you ain't learning shit, like that person that I'm channeling, she never got it, baby. She never learned. She never learned from her prior experiences. She never learned. All it did was make her more desperate and clingy and desperate to the point where she even want to be with in relationships with motherfuckers that steal her money and beat her ass. Real talk. Straight 5 of cups in the flesh. 5 of cups in the flesh. Like, and it's crazy. But like, yeah, a lot of mothers drop the ball by coddling their children. Instead of giving them structure, instead of giving them discipline. And I think that's the same thing really, but structure, discipline, tough love. Like you can't always answer everything with hugs, kisses, Care Bear, and I'll bail you out of jail. I'll do this, I'll do that. Like you can't answer everything with that. If the child made the bed, they need to lie in that shit. That is the only way they're going to learn. They are never going to learn if you as a mother is always enabling them. They're never going to learn. If people always have other people there to catch them when they fall, they'll never learn. Human beings will never learn. They have to feel the fall, the blow, in order for them to change. Real talk. That's how human beings learn. They have to feel the fucking blow to their own mistakes. Because if there's always somebody saving them or there's always somebody bailing them out, they'll continue to make the same mistake over and over and over again. And while they feel like they may be getting over or get out of jail free card, in the long run, they're failing. Because they're lacking the skill set of discernment. They're lacking the skill set of conflict resolution, problem solving, critical thinking. That skill set is not being developed because someone else is relieving them of their crimes. Real talk. And it's so crazy because some people feel like that they don't never have that. They ain't got to answer God. You have to answer to God for all of your crimes. God sees all. And it's crazy because like people be thinking everybody's gonna go to heaven, and I hate that message because it's like if a person is a devil at their heart, if a person is a devil at their heart, like they love evil, they love causing pain and chaos and stuff, like that's who they are. Like how is that going to heaven? And it's crazy because I remember I was asking because my uncle, right, he died from Mercer. He died from Mercer. And like, y'all, this person, I think he has hidden addiction problems. I don't know why I'm channeling that. But he died of Mercer. And he's very dark. Whoa. Okay. My uncle died of Mercer. And like, but he was a drug addict most of his life. And like, I was just like, is he going to heaven or is he going to hell? I asked this question. And so I pulled a tarot card on it. And I was floored because like Spirit told me that God judges by your heart, by what's in your heart, by the heart of men. Okay? I mean, some people have good hearts, but like they make the wrong decision or they choose the wrong people and they get caught up and they make choices, decisions that they can't turn back from. You know what I'm saying? Like kicking a drug habit is very hard for some people. So that's a decision that you probably should, a pathway that you probably should have never took. But there is just some shit that people cannot come back from. Like they make that one mistake and they can't come back from it. Like some shit you just can't come back from. Well, I believe you can come back from anything, but like it just some shit just has like more consequences to it than others, like a longer consequence. But like, yeah. So like, when I did that reading, I was floored because it's like God doesn't really like see like so much so like your deeds, but he sees your heart. It's the heart that matters. That's what's going to determine whether you go to heaven or hell. Even though I personally don't wholly believe that, but don't wholly believe in heaven or hell, but like some people do. And it's a good question to ask. So yeah, it's like it's not about your crimes. It's more so about your heart. You see what I'm saying? Because people fail to realize that most things aren't black and white, and some people, like let's say a murderer. Okay, now when you think of a murderer, most people would feel like a murderer is bad off the rip because they hear the word murderer. But what if that murderer, right? What if they accidentally had murdered somebody? They didn't have an intent to kill, but they accidentally killed someone. What if that murderer was getting their ass beat? And if they didn't defend themselves, they was the one that was going to die. Okay? Versus someone that's a stone cold killer. Okay? Like, it's a difference. It makes a big difference. Do you really think God is going to cast judgment on the murderer who was defending himself or herself from abuse? Or if something was an honest accident, like, you really think God is going to be like, you condemned to hell for because you killed someone? No. He's going to look at the heart of man. That's what he's going to look at. Because I was telling this one guy, of course he thought I was boring or whatever, but I was telling this one guy that when you think about it, human beings really don't have a concept of right or wrong. Like someone tells you what's right or wrong. You don't have a concept of it. For example, if a child was born up in a family that were killers, right? A child is never going to think that killing is wrong because this is what he grew up in. No one ever told him it was wrong. No one ever, nothing. Like no one ever was like, "Hey, you don't do that. You don't hurt people. You don't harm people. A life is precious." No one ever told that child that. He's going to grow up and be an adult, okay? Not unless he's a chosen one. But he's going to grow up and be an adult and be murderous and think nothing of it because that's how he was raised. The human mind doesn't have a concept of right or wrong. It's put there. It's put there based off the opinions of others. So when you as a parent don't correct bad behavior, bad habits coming from a child when they're a child, and you're not a good parent. I'm sorry. You're not. I'm sorry. You're not. I don't give a fuck. You're not. I don't care how nice you think you are. I don't care how much gifts you bear to a child. But if you are not teaching that child to be a good human being, to be a decent human being, you're not teaching them to respect life, to respect others. You're not teaching them those things. Like, you're not raising them right. Because people are creatures of habits. And those kids will grow up to be adults one day. You as a parent is a teacher, a mentor. That is what you are. It is your job to raise a decent human being. Do not wait till they become teenagers. You should be correcting bad behavior as soon as they can walk and talk. You should be getting on them as soon as they can walk or talk. Because the before puberty, like that's when human beings soak up everything. That's when human beings are easily moldable before they hit puberty. Do not wait when they hit teenage plus. You're good luck. Good luck. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. But there's a lot of like shit that he's done some shit. Cause like I'm telling y'all, the redemption, this energy is very, he hasn't either forgiven himself or he holds himself prisoner to his past wrongs, his past mistakes. Like he's stuck in the past. He's not even present. Yeah, you're right, Leonie. Everyone does has good and bad sides, but I'm more concerned about people who feel like they don't have no bad side and they think they all good. Look, it says stop obsessing first at the back of the deck. You see that alcohol? Do you see that? You see that? Someone told me rehab doesn't work. I said, you know why rehab don't work? Because rehab only cures a symptom. It doesn't cure the problem. There's an emotional and mental problem that causes someone to escape through drugs. Because drugs, sex, all these toxic things, habits that destroy people from the inside out, they're symptoms. They're not the disease. They're symptoms of a disease. So rehab doesn't work because even if that person is sober on the outside, they're not on the inside. They're the same depressed, torturous person. They're tortured souls on the inside. And they use drugs, sex, and other things as escapism, running from their problems, running from their demons, They're tortured on the inside. If you can't cure what's going on in the inside, their emotional and mental health, if you can't cure that first, they're going to go right back to sex addiction. They're going to go right back to drugs. They're going to go right back because all of these things are symptoms to a bigger problem. They're Band-Aids. Rehab is a Band-Aid. It's a Band-Aid. A lot of people, especially in America, they don't value emotional, spiritual, and mental health They don't value that. You know how I know? Because a motherfucker they'll go get a job, blow their money on drugs, blow their money on alcohol, blow their money on makeup, blow their money on cars, blow their money on all these things that they think is going to make them feel better, but they still feel like shit at the end of the day. Or they'll even go to the motherfucking gym. They even blow their money going to the gym, stuff like that. But here, it's crazy. I knew a chick that like this is how I know they don't value. Before I get off to that story, I know they don't value it because like these intuitive messages is hitting. I know they don't value it. They don't value emotion because they don't. If you be like, okay, I can help you heal. I can help you get through your emotional baggage. I can help you get through I can help make sense of things. But you got to pay me for my service. They will go up in arms. They will be like, oh, you're not of the court. You're trying to take advantage because you should be free. You should deal with my demons for free. Da, 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 da. So they'll bitch and moan about investing in spiritual health. Even the church. Motherfuckers be up in arms about giving money to the church. Giving money to the pastor. Like, and I just be tripping because I'm like, that's funny. And then they always be like, oh, well, the pastor shouldn't have a nice car. Jealous. Why shouldn't a person who speaks life force into people not have nice shit? But you telling me you'll go to a Beyonce concert, you'll go to one of these rap devil worshiping ass concerts and spend all your money. Them motherfuckers, them celebrities drive better cars than you drive. I don't see you hoarding your money because of it. Like, people tell on themselves. They tell on themselves. This is how I know though, because when a motherfucker, it ain't the price, it's the value that they put on whatever it is that they're purchasing. It's not about the money. It's not about that. Because motherfuckers could be dead broke, could be dead homeless, and will go and whenever they get money, they'll take their last and go get some alcohol. Take their last, and it's about what the value that person sees in that product before they buy it. And a lot of people do not value, or they underestimate emotional, mental, and spiritual health. They don't value it because anytime you put a price tag or they have to pay for it, they're up in arms about it. But we'll take that same money and go get alcohol, go get drugs, go spend it on makeup, go spend it at the gym, go and still feel like shit turds on the inside. The answer to that is your spiritual health, but your spiritual, your emotional, and your mental health is the answer. Not the outside things, not the things outside of yourself. It's the things within yourself. That is the answer. But people don't value it. They don't value it. They'd rather play pretend. Real talk. They'd rather play pretend. I was shocked when people constantly scoffed that I charge for this is a skill. This is a skill, baby. I done been where you been. And I got myself out of it. This is a skill. So why the fuck would I do this for you for free? Do you work for free? I don't think so. So why would I take my psychic abilities, take my intuitive abilities, take my knowledge, take my conflict resolution skills, take my life-saving, life-changing practices and give it to you for free? You pay for what you want. You pay for what you value. And you want me to give it to you for free shows me you don't value what I'm about to give to you. You don't value me. You don't value what I offer. So why should I give a fuck? Real talk. That same person will go and take their money and buy a Gucci belt, a Gucci bag, a Gucci this, Gucci that, will buy all type of shit and make those people rich, but they still feel empty on the inside. They don't feel good. It's only a temporary feel good. But you will continue to go and spend money with those people that only is a band-aid. I can solve your problem. But you telling me I'm not worth it. Yeah, but you telling me I'm not worth it. Fuck you in the heel and wherever the fuck you came from. Whoever uterus you fucking came from. Fuck you. Real talk. Real talk. That's an insult to me. I didn't even have people try to question like my psychic abilities, but then they always want to read. They always want to read it. It's like, do you think I'm a joke? Do you think this is a joke? I'm not. Or they'll try to scam me. They'll try to scam me out of a reading, like try to get a free reading. I have people. I have people that literally only want to be my friends because I'm a psychic, because I read cards and I'm highly accurate in my knowledge alone. Like, I have people that only want to be friends because of that. And you know when people really value you, or when people really like, um, it's serious, when you charge, when you put a price tag on that shit. That's how you'll find out. But like that's y'all. He got some bigger issues. I know you want to know about love, but this person, he got some bigger issues going on. Like, I wasn't even expecting this reading to be that long. I'm gonna have to do the Prince and Vanity tomorrow. He's got other issues going on. He's this is like, I'm just like, I'm he don't even have space for love. This person, he needs shadow work. He needs to move away from the past. He needs to forgive himself. It's like he's holding himself. And one thing, this is how the devil gets you, right? Because if you ever watch those possessed movies, notice most of the people that are possessed, the devil like makes them feel shame about a past, about some type of past that they had. Like the devil holds them prisoner to their past. I forgot what it's called though. I have it in one of my oracle decks. Um, it's not denial. Well, denial is another way that the devil gets you, but like, um, it's a word. I can't remember, but it's a word where basically the person relives like something that they did, and they feel guilty about it. They feel guilty about it. Like they feel shame. I think it may be guilt and shame. Like, that's one way that the devil gets it, right? Making you feel like whatever you did, you can't come back from it. Whatever you did, there's no redemption, there's no forgiveness, there's no second chance. You know, all hope is lost. It's what they do to women. Like when they be telling women, "Oh, you married the wrong guy. Um, oh, you got 5 kids. Oh, you don't deserve love." That's what the devil wants you to feel like. You don't deserve something because of a flaw. You don't deserve something because of a mistake. You don't deserve something because of a misjudgment call. That's what the devil makes you feel like. So you rob yourself of anything good because I don't deserve these things because I'm less than perfect. I'm not perfect, so I don't deserve to be loved. I'm not, and it's crazy because like I feel like the internet is the devil, because like if you pay attention to social media, they be preaching that shit. They be preaching that shit. If you're not cookie cutter, you don't deserve the good things in life. If you don't have a mother and father, or you don't come from a healthy family background, you don't deserve the greener things in life. Like, that is the message that they push. That is demonic. That's demonic. This person, he's got some demons. I'm not trying to be funny, but he's got some demons. Like, I don't know if he's like schizophrenic, or he has some form of paranoia or something like that, or hallucination. I don't know. Or he could be fucking with some type of drugs that give you those behaviors. But like, it's given like demon possessed. Like, demon. He's got a lot of demonic entities around him. And I don't know like what type of demon it is, but I do know demons feed off of things. Whatever demon that's attached to him, it feeds off of his misery, his desolation. This person, he's suicidal. I'm like, I'm not trying to be funny, but he's suicidal. Yeah, and it's like, ain't nobody perfect. Just go find what's perfect for you. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody gonna have it all. But just because you don't have it all, don't mean that you don't deserve it all. Don't mean that you don't deserve to be loved. Don't mean that you don't deserve to be cherished. Don't rob yourself of happiness. It's crazy because people do this all the time. They rob themselves of happiness because of some self-inflicted prison. Real talk. Real talk. This person doesn't feel like he deserves, like he's forsaken himself. He's forsaken himself. He's forsaken himself. And this is why people say, let God be the judge and juror. Your job is to grow and evolve as a human being and learn from your lessons and to be the best version of yourself. That is your calling on this earth, to be the best version of yourself. Leave the judgment up to God. Because when we judge ourselves, y'all know the study that shows that there's a study that shows that human beings judge themselves more harsher than outsiders judging them. Mental prison. Leave the judgment up to God. Leave it up to God, because God has the higher understanding, the higher level consciousness. Leave it to God. Do not let yourself judge yourself. Do not cast yourself to swine. Real talk. Leave it to God. You just worry about being the best version of yourself that you could be. You just worry about constantly being in this energy to receive love, to accept love, because you deserve that. No matter what you have done wrong in your past, no matter what shortcomings you feel that you have, you are deserving to be loved, to be appreciated, to be celebrated. As long as you walk righteously you walk to be the best version of yourself, everything else will come in due time. People forget that, like, what we see, like in this 3D world, and in our bones and our flesh and our bodies, it's just that. But everything is energy. Everything is spirit. The shit that we see, our flesh, the buildings, the trees, all that shit that we see, baby, that's like props. Everything is spiritual. Everything is energy. Everything. Real talk. Give me more. And when you know better, you do better. And I had to stop beating myself up. I had to stop beating myself up too, because I had to stop beating myself up too, because I have to realize that I'm only human and I'm learning as I go. I'm not perfect. If I was perfect, I wouldn't be here on planet Earth. I'd be with God. So I no longer see my shortcomings. I no longer see my failures. I no longer see those things. I just learn. I just go through life and I pioneer and I soldier on and I have a strategy. If I need to make some adjustments, I make adjustments as needed. And I keep formulating strategies for my life. Strategic, intentional at everything that I do. It says online competition, someone you don't know personally watching you. So this person, I feel like I don't give a fuck. This is that damn demon. This is that damn demon. Stranger danger. Online competition, someone you don't know personally watching you. That's the demon watching him, staying on him. A monkey on his back. Y'all, this person, look at the evil eye. You can't make this shit up. This man has a target, like he's targeted, like, like a target, a bullseye. Someone, 11111, as I'm about to say this, someone wants him to come to like the other side. I'm like, this is getting scary. Somebody wants him to come to the other side with him. Like, come with me, come with me, come with me. Wow. Look, 100 search for you. Gathering info, looking you up. Y'all, this that damn demon. I don't give a fuck. This demon want him to sacrifice himself. He either want him to sacrifice himself, or maybe he could have sacrificed his mother. Because y'all know if they in Hollywood, if this person is in Hollywood, they be doing shit like that. This person could have done a human sacrifice. This is getting like, I was not expecting it to be so spiritual. Maybe he's spiritual. Maybe he's like he delves in like the spirit world. Because like this is like going all off topic, but we're gonna get to the love. I'm gonna stop here with that. We're gonna get to the love because I've already been an hour and 12 on this person. Yes, he could be dealing in witchcraft or aligning himself with deities, but I don't feel like these deities are like good deities, like they're bad deities. Because you could do witchcraft and you could do sacrifice, but you could be or offerings, tithes is what they call it. There are some entities or deities where your offering or your tithe has to be a human sacrifice. Okay. Like I had got the spiritual download that like, baby killing, abortion, that's human sacrifice made legal. So the bloods of babies and stuff like that is feeding certain deities that feed off of human sacrifice. And it make it, because offering and tithes makes the entity stronger and stronger. It builds your alliance to that particular entity. That's why I was saying when people was talking about they don't want to pay me for my service, like somebody paying you for your service, paying you for your time, paying you for your work, your talent, your skill, that is like an offering. That's a tithe. That's like paying a tithe. It's an energy thing. It's not just about, oh, I'm giving this person money so they can survive. It's not just about that. It is an energy exchange. It's a like when people go to church on Sunday and people pay their tithes on Sunday, and people do baptism and stuff like that. They're aligning themselves to the Christian deity. They're aligning themselves to the Christian God. When they pay their tithes, when they do all that, that is an alliance, a pact that they've made with a deity, a Christian deity. It's not just paying for some shit. That's why I say, where you put your energy, where you put your resources, where you put it exposes you. If you scoff at paying for someone who speaks life into people, but then you'll go and buy devil music that praises killing and unregulated sex and alcohol and drugs, you're showing who you are. Give me more ancestor spirit, guys. Look at the diva. Okay, difficult to please, better than thou attitude, shallow and superficial. So this is what he's thinking about. He don't feel like he don't feel like he's good enough, or he feels like he's too good. But with that, like, somebody poisoned this man's mind. They got him feeling like he doesn't deserve. This could have been his mother. Maybe his mother was really diva-ish. She was deep. Look, that almost sound like I said devilish, but I said diva-ish. Something about his mother. Like she's not good. She's not good. I ain't trying. Sorry, I ain't trying to like rag on his mother, but she's not good. Something about his mother. Do it for me. Do it for me. That's what I heard. Do it for me. Maybe that was the thing that she's always said. Black sheep. Black sheep. They all laughed at you, but now they all need your help. Outsider, loner, game. It's something about him. He was like abused by his mother in some type of way. But I just literally keep hearing, do it for me. Do it for me. Lazy. Some mothers think their sons are their husbands. I don't know if she was a single mother or if she, but some women wish their sons were their husbands. Because I swear to God, like, they really be setting their son up for failure. You cannot tell me those women, you cannot tell me that those women who tell their son, because look, women always talk about how they want guys to pay for dates, how they want guys to open their car door, how they want guys to pay their bills, how they want guys to be of use to them in some way. Women are always saying they want this, right? But they'll get a son, and I feel like they'll get a son and raise him like the bums they complain about. They raise their sons intentionally to be the men to other women, like how to treat other women, to be the same bums and scrubs that they complain about. That is sabotage. That is sabotage. Because she secretly doesn't want another woman taking her son away from her. Her son is an energy source. A lot of women do this. Like, they'll intentionally give the child, give their boy child everything. They'll intentionally spoil their boy child. Oh, you don't have to work. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. I'll take care of you. They'll bail him out of jail. They'll be like, oh, he's a good man. These bitches is the problem. Like women, I feel like, set their sons up for a lifetime of failure. Because they are so attached to their boys. Like, it's weird. It's almost incest. It's almost incestuous. You can't tell me these type of women who's intentionally giving their sons bad advice, bad guidance system on how to deal with women. You can't tell me they ain't doing it because they secretly want their son to stay stuck to them. They don't want their son growing up, having his own home, they want the son to be stuck to them because their son is their right hand man. Their son is someone that they can like benefit off of from resources. If he works, it's going to her. They use their sons as like to do stuff for them, like get this, get that, do that, do this, do that, like as a secret weapon. You get what I'm saying? But their daughters, they can give a fuck about them. There's like a really, really special connection that mothers and sons have. Like it's much stronger than mother and daughter. Like, there's a special connection there. But it's because, like, even most guys, even if their mothers was treacherous, most guys are like mama's boys. Like, they're forever mama's boys. But I'm definitely getting this energy that she set this man up to fail. Like, she fucked with his mind. And it's just child abuse to me. This is like child abuse. But like, most people don't recognize abuse unless it's physical. But this is abuse. Because now this man is in this, he's a prisoner of his own mind because of his mother. Secret stash, stalking away, kept secrets, keeping things hidden. She could have told him a lot of dark shit. Like, keep this between me and you. Keep this between me and you. This person, he's stuck on his mother, y'all. I don't even know, like, I don't even know, like, else to say because his mother keeps coming around. So his mother could have sabotaged or ruined anything good that he could have had in his life. So I feel like she, even though she's passed away, she could have sacrificed her son, even though he's the one still living. She could have sacrificed her son. What did the mother sacrifice the son for? Like, she could have offered her child up to, I don't know if he's the only child or he's the firstborn or what, but like the last born. But like, she could have sacrificed her child or offered up her child in exchange for some type of like gain. Ooh, look, control, control. The toxic key to your mind, watching your every move. Yeah, so she sacrificed her son for control, wanting to be in control. It says mending, correcting wrongs, fixing, and asking for forgiveness. This lady is very devious. She's very devious. Wow. And he could attract women like this in his life. Like, the women that he's attracted to, that he fall in love with, acts like his mother. Wow. He needs to cleanse himself of this soul tie. He needs to do a cord cutting ritual. He needs to send her on up to heaven. He needs to let her go. He needs to release this woman. Because as long as he's still holding on to her, even in her death, all he's going to be doing is reliving. Even if he get in a relationship, he's going to be reliving the same dynamic as him and his mother. Everything he's going to be attracting is his mother in a different, the person is just in a different body. Devil tendencies. Yeah, she wants control over this person. She wants to be God in his life. She wants full autonomy over her son. Very obsessive, very controlling. This is an evil woman. This was a very evil fucking woman. She could have been a Libra. Very evil. Yeah. She put that mental prison on that man. I think they call it hypnosis or spell work or something like that, but she put that hypnosis on him. Ancestor spirit guide. Yeah, he needs to cleanse himself of, like, he needs to cleanse himself or like work through his mother issues, or he got mommy issues. He needs to cleanse himself though. Like, he really does. Like, Look, it says locked up. Yeah, he's in a prison. Told y'all, he's in a prison that this mother put him there. This mother put him in a mental prison. And that Five of Cups energy, very fucking demonic. Very demonic mother figure. Yeah, because the person I'm channeling that's like this is a Libra. Libra, Leo, Taurus may even be involved. Gemini mother. Wow. That's I think that's Aquarius. No, that's either Aquarius. Yeah, that's Aquarius. hmm Made him feel like he could never. Made him feel like he was never good enough to keep him. Like, this is the tactic that men use on women. Remember, I was saying in the last video that some men get their tactics from their mothers. Like, their mother is the first narcissist. The mother is the first narcissist. The son learns all these narcissistic tactics from the mother, and he uses them on other women, and he uses them on men, and he uses them in the workforce. I'm telling y'all, everything starts at home, baby. They get it from, they learn it from somewhere. A motherfucker just don't have something just because. They learn it from somewhere. So if you see a mother and all her kids is devils, she's likely a devil. 9 times out of 10, she's a devil. She's either a devil or she's an enabler because her parents were devils and she enabled them, or her mother may have enabled uh, that type of toxicity, and she raised her son the same way. Yeah, women abuse is different from man abuse, and because I'm just realizing, like, damn, like, women are like, people always talk about men, but like, women are another beast. Like, men are bad, but women are, oh my god, oh my god, and you don't really see it if you just looking at how women treat men, because women treat men better than they treat other women. You start to see women's demonic ways when it comes to their daughters. You start to see women's demons and narcissistic tendencies, and you start to see that when it comes to other women and when it comes to their daughters. But I mean, the women, they do use the tactics on their sons too, so that's how their sons know how to do it. Okay, so is he gonna find love? And then we're gonna end this here, because like, it's really something deep. Like, love ain't even important, right? This person, he's got a demon on his motherfucking back. I'm not trying to be funny. He's got a demon on his back, or demons. I know one mother, like, she literally like would constantly give her son drugs so that he could stay dependent on her. So she would give her son alcohol, she would give her son drugs, she would like intentionally like make him have bad health, um so that he could stay sick, so that he could stay like, there's women that do this. I've seen it, and I know people who know people, baby. Like, it's like a lot of women, the way that they're narcissists, like, men, most of men's narcissism is in your face. Women are more of a I don't know if it's malignant, but women are more like, they're not overt, they're covert. Women are more covert narcissists, so theirs is hard to pick up on. Okay, but women are more covert in their narcissism. It's hard to pin, it's hard to catch. Shit, even the therapist probably ain't gonna catch the fact that the woman is a narcissist. They're gonna be too busy thinking the woman the victim. Slow game. So slow and steady wins the race. Focus on the grand prize, not in a rush, dedicated energy. It's so crazy. Because when you ask this question, Leonie, when you ask this question, I was like, the very first thing I said is he's probably got to work on himself. That was the first thing that I said when you was like, is he really commitment phobic, blah, blah, blah. And the first thing I thought was, he's probably got to work on himself. Because like, I was channeling Lewis Hamilton. That's who came in my mind. So I was like, he probably got a lot of shit he got to work on, that he got to work through. He's not ready for it. That's the first thing I said. And I'll be damned if this ain't the outcome. Slow game. Slow and steady wins the race. Focus on the grand prize, not in a rush and dedicated energy. This person has a lot of shit he got to work on. He don't need to add another problem to the mix. And I'm not saying that relationships are problematic. It's just that, when you merging yourself with another human being, you got to deal with their shit too. So you got to deal with your own shit and deal with your shit. And sometimes that's just too much. It's just too much. I'm better off on my own for now. I don't think it's him living in his youth. He's got a lot of demons. Like he needs a cleanse. He needs to get back into alignment. He's out of alignment. So you look at a grieving heart. You see that? Feeling good. That's how the devil gets you. Feeling guilty, apologetic, willing to reach out. This person, he's robbing himself of anything good. He's got a lot of shadow work he got to do. He's not one of those dudes. Like, he's not like the guy that I did yesterday. The one, not yesterday, but that rock star guy. I forgot his name, Jeff or something like that. He's not like that Jeff guy. I forgot his name, but I did him. This is a different energy. He's not like that. He's more so depressed, lost, in agony, like in grief, in mourning. Like he's not happy about life. He doesn't find any enjoyment in anything. So like him getting in a relationship isn't going to bring him joy. He's still going to be sad. Nothing's bringing him joy. Like he's kind of at this place of helplessness. You get what I'm saying? He's not like he's how can I put this? He's not childish like Jet is. He's decent. He's decent. I'm just gonna put it that way. He's not like that Jet guy, that rock star guy. The one that I said reminded me of Prince. Like he's not like that guy. This guy is actually a decent guy. It's just that he needs to get out of his own way. Like he's a decent guy, but he had a toxic ain't shit of a mother that fucked him up in the head. And it's crazy because sometimes, not all the time, but some of the most sweetest souls that you come across, like come from narcissistic mothers. Like those guys that are really loving and helpful and give you the shirt off their back and stuff like that. Like their mothers were monsters. Their mothers or their grandmothers were monsters. Very manipulative. Very. In a negative way. Refusing treatment, prolonging pain or abuse. This person is even like he's down in the dumps. He's not ready for a relationship because right now he's in a very low vibrational state. He's down in the dumps. He's sad. He's depressed. If he like has been depressed for a very long time, this can turn into a mental disorder. He has a major depression mental disorder. Like this is sad. He doesn't need to be in a relationship right now. He has a self-worth issue that his mother implanted in him. That's I wasn't expecting that turn of events like that, but that's what I got. And this is why I tell people, like, stop looking for validation outside of yourself. Because this is the result of it. When you're constantly looking for validation, whether that be from society, whether that be from your parents, whether that be from, as long as you're happy with yourself and who you are, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Because what happens is when you become a slave to getting someone's approval, to getting that is how they have control over your life, over your soul, over your mind, because you are relinquishing your power to an outside entity instead of empowering yourself. It don't matter what your mama think if you happy with who you are. It don't matter if your mother gives you a congratulations. It would be nice to have, but it's not needed. It's not needed. You think you need it. Same way with motherly love. You think you need that. You don't need that shit. As long as you love yourself, as long as you happy with who you are when you look in the mirror. And if you're not, then change it. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Not what another motherfucker approve of. Do you approve? That's all that matters. Because what happens is it becomes a perpetual cycle, like what he's going through, of never feeling good enough. Anything that you do in life, don't get me wrong, like you could use other people's approval or praise as motivation, but that don't need to be the basis of why you do something. The basis of why you do something should never be based upon, will my mother be happy when I accomplish this? Will my mother be happy when I did this for you? That don't need to be your basis for anything. Everything that you do should be because you want to do it and that's your heart calling. Not because, oh, I'm going to do this so my mother could be proud, or I'm going to do that. Like, it's nice, but that should not be what runs your life. Impressing somebody, getting somebody's approval. Fuck them. They ain't God. They may brought you here, but they ain't God. Real talk. And people got to realize our parents are human beings. They're not these God-like shrines that can do no wrong, that'll have eternal love for us. Sometimes your parents is your biggest enemy. Sometimes your parents is your biggest downfall. Sometimes your parents is your biggest hater, jealous of you. Not everybody gets a mom or gets a dad. Not everybody gets parents who love and support them and want them to do well in life. Some parents compete with their own goddamn children. Some parents be bloodthirsty to ruin any type of confidence, any type of success that their children have. All parents aren't equal. All love isn't equal. Y'all. My mother tells me she loves me and I throw up. I'm going to tell you why. Because how can you love me, but you're quick to believe negative shit about me? How can you love me, but you continue to side with my siblings who are extremely jealous of me and who want to see me fail? Like, they're happy if I'm miserable. They're happy. They don't want me to have nothing. I mean, nothing. Not even a penny. They don't want me to have shit. They bitter even if I have money to go get me something to eat. I've never seen something so demonic like that. Never. But you side and you protect these very people who come at me like this. And you open your mouth to say you love me? That's not love. I throw up every time my mother says she loves me. Every time I say, I used to worship my mother. I don't anymore. I see her for what she is. And she is no different from a bitch on the street. She's no different. I call her my egg donor. That's what I call her, an egg donor. Because she wasn't a mother to me. When he wakes up from that motherfucking fantasy or that motherfucking pedestal that he put his mother on, baby, his eyes are gonna be open. His eyes is gonna be, he's gonna be like, oh my gosh, I've been like under her control, under her abuse for all these years. Cause see, The effects of your mother that your mother can put on you, that is control over your mind can happen, can be have control over you even when they dead and in the grave. How they groom you, like, and then it's so crazy because like my mother, because this is crazy. I'm just picking up heavy on Libra, heavy on something about a Libra. And Taurus energy is in there strong too. Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Aries. Um, that's what I'm picking up on. But yeah, like my mother, I told her that like my other two siblings, like she needs to cut them off, and she said she's never doing that. She said she's never doing that. So me and you can't coexist. I can't trust you because you are cool, even if they are your children. You are cool with motherfuckers, with my ops. They're my ops. One of my family members said that she wanted to kill me, that she didn't want to shoot me. Keep in mind, you, I ain't never slept with her man. I ain't never done nothing to that woman for her to have that much hate towards me. My mom's still cool with her. Yeah, Scorpio, yep. Scorpio. I was gonna say that too. 41 as I said that. But like I was just like, wow. But another thing too that my mother does is like if I'm like a bum, like at rock bottom, that's the only time my mother will help me. But when I need her help the most, like let's say if I entered into college, you know, for nursing or long-term care or business management or shit, even this YouTube channel, my mother won't support it. She won't support. She doesn't celebrate with me if I'm winning. If I tell her something good at work, like, oh my gosh, I mastered my job in one day. Most people can't do that. I mastered my job in one day. I won't get a congratulations. I won't get any excitement. If I tell her that I constantly deal with like bosses trying to undermine or sabotage me or getting gang stalked and shit like that, she'll call me a fucking liar. She'll call me a liar. She's dismissive towards my feelings. My mother is very dismissive towards my feelings. When I tell you I've never met a cold-hearted bitch, I've never met a cold-hearted bitch like her. She's cold-hearted. How can you say you love me, but you don't even have compassion towards me? You can't even stand me when I speak. She hates for me to speak. It don't matter if I'm talking about, I can be talking about anything, even shit she likes to talk about. She hates for me to speak. But you talking about you love me? That's not love. You undermine and sabotage anything good that I have. And you say you love me? You don't want to see me naked. That's what your actions are showing me, that you don't want to see me naked. Your brightest child, you don't want to see naked. But you talking about you love me. Y'all. Yeah, it is only about her. So like, that's why I said I don't believe in that love shit. That's exactly why I don't believe in it, because like there's people that'll say that they love you but do shit like that. Even my male lovers, y'all, one of the reasons why I don't date, one of the reasons why I stopped dating is because my male, like I don't know why, but the masculine energy gives me the most jealous. Like they be jealous of me. They give me the most hate. They give me the, like, the females do too, but like not like the males. Like it's like the males be strong gunning. So one of the reasons why I stopped dating or looking for love is because of that. Because like, aside from like one guy, but he was like a friends with benefits. Aside from one guy, like most of the guys who professed interest in me or who was in a relationship with me were jealous. Every time I try to get somewhere, they pull the rug right from up under me to keep me at the bottom. They're always jealous. They're always talking down on me or talking down on my looks, or they're always trying to use other women to try to make me feel inferior to them. But that don't work. That don't work with me, because I'm just gonna tell you, I can go find like 10 other niggas who say I'm fine as a glass of wine. So like, if you feel like those bitches is better, then go towards them and leave me the fuck alone. That's how I respond to that. But like, you know, but I just rather not deal with it at all. So that's why, like, every person that's ever claimed to love me have like done that shit, like have been snakes, have been backbiting, and like, and I just, me personally, they don't resonate with my spirit. I don't feel like that's love. I don't feel like a person who loves you will try to undermine anything that you have. That's a hater parading as love. So I just stopped altogether. I just stopped altogether. Because like, what's the point? If every person that claims they love me is a fucking snake, then I can't trust love. Because that's literally been my experience. I've never had genuine love, never had genuine support. They've always been snakes. Always trying to undermine me, always trying to steal from me or take my shit. But then be in my face acting like it's just like, I have like a lot of girls who will talk shit about my makeup. Oh, I don't need all that, da 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 da, right? Or they'll talk shit about my filters, but then they'll turn around trying to wear makeup like me and using filters. But you was just mocking me for that. Like, that shit happens a lot. So like, I'm just like, I'm good solo, because if every time I deal with a person, it's always them being jealous of me, them trying to spite me, them trying to ride my wave, them trying to undermine me. What's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Like, what's the point? But like, yeah, it's something about that. This person has a mother wound. They have a mother wound. They need to release. They need to release this when they wake up from the bullshit. When they wake up from the mind control, they're gonna actually see who their mother actually is, and it's not good. It's not good. But yeah, I throw up every time my mother says she loved me, because bitch, you's a lie. You're a lie. You're a liar. You're a liar. But but yeah, my mother, she has no compassion for me, no empathy, nothing. She's quick to believe, like, she's known me the longest, and she's quick to believe people who don't know me at all. Like, if people are painting me as a user or a scammer or a selfish, you know that's not true. Like, I've literally went broke. I went broke to make sure that we all had a house, that we all had a roof over our head, and my car had broke down and everything for my family. And for you to sit up here and allow other motherfuckers to say I'm selfish or I only care about myself, when I've given, when I didn't have it to give, I've given to make sure everybody was good. And so for you to allow somebody to talk, like, I just feel like some people are just unaware of the sacrifices that you make for them. It goes unnoticed. And that's another thing that made me stop like giving too, is like, damn, like, no matter what I do, it's never good enough to you. No matter what I do, no matter what I sacrifice, you still see me as a piece of shit. You still treat me like a piece of shit. You still can't stand my existence. It's like, if I do something and I help you, even if it's at my expense, you're not going to acknowledge it. You're not going to appreciate it. You're still going to put everybody else before me. So what incentive do I have to continue to put myself last and put you first? What incentive do I have to care if the reward you give me is to throw me under the bus? It's to allow people to talk shit. 49 as I said that. It's to allow people to talk shit about me and say I'm not doing something when I'm the main one doing shit. Or to even give credit away, say someone else did something that I actually did. What is it? What's the importance for me to be there, to care, to sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? For you to continually to throw me under the bus and allow people to paint these pictures of me that just is not true. You want me to be the bad guy so bad. People are weird, man. They're weird. You want me to be the bad guy so fucking bad. Why? Why? Yeah, it is. And I move around. Like, I move around because if like, it's like no matter what I do, they want to paint a bad picture of me. Even if I react, like let's say they're negative, let's say they're dismissive towards me, they're rude. If I return that energy to them, if I give them what they give me, they're gonna try to make that my personality. And I'm only reacting to how you treat me. If you treat me with respect, respect is given. If you wanna act an ass, I'm gonna act a bigger ass. Like, so if you don't like how I act or how I'm carrying myself when I interact with you, that means you need to change how you interact with me. Real talk. But yeah. So I'm done. I don't care. Like I said, my mother, she's another bitch on the street to me. As soon as I get my shit together, and get my son out of there, I'm not contacting her at all ever in life ever again. Ever again. Yeah, she's controlling. She wants to be God. She wants to play God in that man's life. I hate parents like that because you can only control what you do. And if you're spending all that energy and all that time trying to control somebody else's destiny, trying to control somebody else's purpose, you're not God. That is blasphemous. Who are you to tell somebody where they belong and where they should be and how they should be? Who are you? Only God is judging. You know, yeah. But yeah, that's it's crazy because that's what I'm channeling. I wasn't even expecting to put my personal business out there, but like that's what I was channeling. Like everything is an ego thing. And some people want to be captain of the ship or no ship at all. They gonna sink the boat if they ain't the captain. Real talk. With them in it. With them in it. Yeah, nah, them mothers be motherfucking satanic sometimes. And it's so crazy because my mother, like, it's intentional because she's not like that with everybody. She's only like that with me. She's respectful to other people. She's not dismissive. She's not none of that. Like she's only like that with me. Like she gives the support to other people that like when I ask her to give me that support, she does it for other people, but it's not yielded to me. It's crazy. When I was like a teenager, when I was a teenager and I was her most well-behaved child. Like she didn't even have to worry about me getting pregnant. She didn't have to worry about putting me on birth control. Like all I did was go to school, do my homework, and went home. I wasn't in the streets. I wasn't fucking and sucking. I wasn't doing none of that. Like I was a very well-behaved child. Like literally, she didn't really even have to raise me for real. Like I was I just got it. But the shit that like But the shit that she would do when I was like a teen and younger, like she would just nag, 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 nag. Like I was never good enough. I would get blamed for my brother and sister mess. I even get the reputation that my brother and sister should have. She gives to me. Yeah. Like, but my mother, and then when she talked to family members, like she will only talk shit about me. I'm like, why do you do that? Like, why you ain't never telling them, hey, Patrice made the dean's list. I done said my government name. Damn. Patrice made the dean list. Or like, why you ain't never saying like nothing positive? And it's crazy because I'm her cleanest child out of all three of her children. I'm the cleanest one. But like, yeah. But she would like, but she hypes my brother and sister up. Wow. She talks shit about me to all my family members and stuff like that. And I'm like, why would you do that? Because it's like you're painting a picture of me that's really negative when I'm 90% good, or maybe I'm like 90% good, 10% flawed. But like she'll make that 10% my 90%. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So like, it was the last straw. It was the last straw. And I just refuse. I refuse to give her anything now. I refuse to help her out in any way. I refuse because I refuse to take my hard-earned money to help a motherfucker who does not respect me. They do not respect my boundaries. They do not respect she don't even like, she even tries to be my son's mother. Like she tries, and I keep trying to tell her that is my child. That is not your child. You are overstepping your bounds. It's not your place. She didn't call the cops on me. She didn't call CPS twice, and I told her CPS is gonna laugh in her motherfucking face because there is no crime here committed. Like she just really has had it out for me. It's crazy. So like, but yeah, like now I'm done done. I'm done done. The most thing I done took from her was her lawyer. That's it. She gave me a lawyer for my car accident. That's it. I ain't took no money. I ain't took no nothing. Shit, I'm waiting for her to say, "Come and get my son. Come and get my son," because I can't watch him no more. So I can, she could try to make it harder for me, where I can quit my job. I'm just waiting for her to do it because that's what she did in Texas. But yeah, like, don't nothing, no parts. I keep all my money to myself. If I go out to eat, I'm just buying me and my son something. But most of the time, my son's already fed, so I just be buying myself something. But I'm not gonna waste my money or sacrifice anything for trash. Like, I'm just not. And my mother's trash. She's trash. She's an op. She's an enemy. She's a foe. She's a foe. When he wakes up from that motherfucking dream that he has of his mother and he really sees his mother for what she is and for the crimes that she committed against her own child, all that sadness and shit is gonna go away because she no longer has control over his mind. Real talk. And I don't know how old he is, but it took me 33 years before I realized the monster my mother was. 33 years.